What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Clean Energy Edge. Let's be honest. 2025, it's been a rough year for the clean energy sector. Between sudden policy reversals, shifting tax credit deadlines, and an administration obsessed with power generation tech from the 1950s, it's felt like we're fighting upstream every single day. We're watching politicians cling to the past simply because they don't understand the technology that's already powering the future, or they're just straight up being paid by the fossil fuel industry. But even with all that nonsense, and yes, some of it is flat out ignorance and or corruption, there's still a lot to be thankful for. Clean energy may be facing political headwinds, but it's still the present and the future of power generation, and in many places, it's accelerating faster than ever despite the roadblocks. But before we get started, real quick, if you care about clean energy, policy, or where America's grid is heading, like, subscribe, and tap that alert bell. It keeps these conversations going, and it's totally free. So let's get into this. 2025 hit the industry with some real gut punches. Let's look at two big ones. Number one, the big Billionaire Bill. This bill kneecapped the investment tax credit timeline and added a ton of uncertainty to projects already in motion. Developers paused, investors panicked, and utilities leaned into that uncertainty to stall even more interconnections. And two, the sudden push back to fossil fuels. Nothing says we don't understand power generation like trying to revive coal and double down on legacy gas plants that take years to permit and build and still can't compete with clean energy cost. So yeah, 2025 has been a mess. But here's a twist. Clean energy is still outbuilding every other generation source. The economics continue to outperform fossil and nuclear. The demand is growing like we've not seen in generations, and the grid needs us now more than ever. So let's talk about the good, because there's actually a lot of it. Number one, behind the meter solar and storage is exploding. C&I rooftops, schools, manufacturers, warehouses, campuses, parking structures. Behind the meter systems are bypassing the bottleneck and delivering real value right now. They reduce strain on the grid, avoid the queue, and protect customers from price spikes, which we're already seeing, and brownouts and blackouts, which are coming. Number two, residential battery adoption is accelerating. Homeowners aren't waiting for Washington to figure things out. They're installing solar and storage for resilience, savings, and energy independence. 3. Domestic manufacturing made a huge comeback. Polysilicon, ingots, wafers, cells, modules, inverters. For the first time in decades, the U.S. can produce a fully domestic solar panel. So even with policy chaos, the manufacturing build-out did slow, but it didn't stop. Number 4. The grid needs clean energy today more than ever. Demand is exploding from AI, data centers, electrification, and industry. Clean energy isn't optional. It's the only scalable path to meet load growth without blowing up electricity prices. Number 5, the talent pipeline has never been stronger. More engineers, more installers, more developers, more young people choosing this field because they see where the future is heading. So yeah, 2025 has been tough, but the fundamentals of clean energy are still rock solid. We have political headwinds, sure, but we also have unstoppable momentum, economics, technology, demand, and global competition. If anything, this year made one thing incredibly clear. Clean energy isn't the problem. Politics is. And despite the slowdown, this industry is already finding its second wind because the demand, the talent, and the innovation are all still here. Yes, some projects are slowing or pausing. That's true. But the people who actually build, deploy, invest, and innovate aren't walking away. They're adapting, recalibrating, and still moving this industry forward. So this Thanksgiving, be frustrated, be fired up, but also be thankful. Because despite everything thrown at it, clean energy is still winning. Thanks for listening to Clean Energy Edge. If this episode resonated, share it with someone who needs a reminder that the future is still bright, even if 2025 tried to dim the lights. We'll catch you next time.